today I'm just going to do a really quick get ready with me makeup tutorial thingy, follow me, what's it, who'sy thingy while I talk and stuff. I'm really good at this. So I'm going to start off with the By Nature Venom face cream. This stuff has saved me lately. I got given it earlier in the year and tried it, really liked it, and then it just kind of ended up in a pile of stuff. And I recently went away, picked it up again, took it with me, and I've really fallen in love with it. It's from New Zealand. It's a Venom face cream with UMF 15 plus active manuka honey, rosehip oil, royal jelly, propolis, collagen and elastin. And as you can see, I suffer from really beautiful adult acne. And what I really like about this is it comes in a pump, so you know that all the ingredients are not oxidized and they're all staying in there nice and cozy and they're going to work. You don't need very much. I sort of shimmy it around in my fingertips and then put it all over. And while it's not specifically treating the acne, I find it really helps, especially under makeup, because it sort of like sucks away all the moisture. I can get really oily, which I think is part of my problem, but it sort of sucks away the moisture, and it kind of just, because it's the bee venom, like it feels like it's tightening up, and it plumps up your skin and it makes it feel really nice. So above all else, the fact that it feels nice on my skin, it's not really heavy, it doesn't feel all sticky and gross, is a major plus. So that's what I always have been starting off with, and it stays really nicely under makeup. So that's the first thing. What I also have been loving is the Smooth Out Instant Pore Blurring Primer from, I can never say it right, Umura. Anyway, it's this one with the lips on it, and it's, as I said, a pore blurring primer. So I always just kind of, it always makes these glorious fart sounds. I just kind of take a bit out on my hand, same sort of thing, shimmy it in my fingers. Always sort of starting from the middle of your face and going out. And I just sort of take it down as far as I can, and lightly under my eyes, over my eyelids and into my forehead. And I'm not a huge primer person, but for some reason I'm really liking this one. Well, not for some reason, but it seems to do what it says, and it's been really nice, again, under sort of long wear day makeup. So I'm loving that one, and I would highly recommend it. Okay, so next what I'm going to do is use the L'Oreal Skin Perfection. This is a 5-in-1 BB cream instant blemish balm. It's just an alternative to using a sort of heavier foundation. This one is nice, again, lovely fart sounds. It's really nice because it comes out sort of quite, oh God, excuse you, comes out quite sort of full coverage. The only thing is, for me, I find it is a little bit oily, but that's not a huge concern really when I'm in a hurry, because I just use a powder to set it and that takes away the real sheen. But you'll probably be able to tell through this lighting how oily it is. It goes on really easy, which is nice because say like the Moisture Mist BB cream, while that is got amazing coverage, I find it's really drying, so I'm always mixing in some of the primer or the moisturizer with it, just so that it will slide on a little easier. But yeah, so I'm a bit ghetto today and just using my hands, but I find it's a bit better with these sort of products, just to use your hands, and they warm it up, and I've got nice clean hands, so I'm not too worried. So that's that done. And then the next thing is just taking my favourite powder of the moment, the Shiseido. Something, I've no idea what it is because it doesn't say on the back and I didn't keep the box, but it's just like a pressed powder. And then I take the big mama. Always remember to tap it on. This is something, would you believe, and hopefully one day I'll be able to tell him myself, but I learnt this from Danny Mansuti's, I think that's how you say it, YouTube video. It was like makeup for beginners or something along those lines, and I only recently watched that out of interest. It's always nice to see other people's takes on different tips, and she taught me this, and I don't know how after my 29 years on this planet that I didn't know that you don't stroke your powder, you blot your powder. And my goodness, my makeup has lasted so much longer throughout the day just by this one simple technique, because it makes sense. You're wanting to sort of, place the powder on, not sort of sweep it across, because you're not really doing anything just by sort of sweeping it around your face. You're just sort of moving it around. You're not actually placing it down where you want it to go. Well, not as effectively anyway. Some people may say otherwise, but this has really worked for me, so excuse me. And then I'm going to go in with the Nayshow bronzer, which is like it's called Nayshow Sun Swept. Just a really nice bronzer. I've used this for years. It's always been a go-to bronzer, because it is, I think it's like $20 if it's still the same price, and it's giant. Like, I've hit the pan, but I've still got a ton left, and it's lasted me, I don't know, probably a good year. Obviously I'm not using it for half the year, because when it's winter and I'm paler, you just, you're not really using bronzer as much. But I always sort of start with my cheeks as sort of like a, basic sort of contour, and then if you start at the top corner of your forehead, you just sort of do a number 3, like is this a backwards 3 or is that a backwards, I don't know, whichever one it is. You do just sort of like a 3 on both sides, so you're wanting to hit sort of your temple, your cheekbone, and then under your jaw. It's always good to not forget under your jaw, because if you do this sort of V stroke underneath, what you're actually doing is creating a shadow, and that makes your sort of jawline seem more defined. It's especially good if you sort of have a tendency, like, some of us, I do it too, and you get your really beautiful double chin when you just, you know what I'm saying, I can't talk today, but it's nice. You do remember to sort of blend it out of it too, but yeah, always do this little under the chin V. That's a really nice one to remember. And then I really lightly, just with sort of leftovers, just sort of give it a little bit of swirl around just to even it out, because everybody loves a little bit of a glow, especially now that I say we as in people living in my part of the world, are going into summer. So after that, we're going to, what are we going to do? What does my brain want to do? We're going to take Style Frost from MAC, which is a blush. And I'm just going to borrow this mirror again and take this angled brush. Just give it a really light swirl and tap. And what I like to do, there's again no rules in makeup, but I just sort of swirl around the apple of my cheek, and then you want to drag it up. You don't want to end up with giant circles like you're a... Oh, what am I doing? I just swirled my brush and bronzer. Really clever. So we're just going to be a bit ghetto and just rub that off a little bit. Come back in again. And this brush is really, really nice for blush too. And it's like when it's clean, it's like a little bunny's tail, and they're so soft. This would be my favourite brush of all time. So while really subtle, it's just kind of given me a little bit of lift in my cheeks. And then lastly, for highlight, I'm going to use the Holy Grail. You can use this for anything. For months and months, probably even a year, I was using this just as an everyday eyeshadow. Just sweep it over your eyelid and instantly you've got a really nice you know, sheen on your eyes, and it's a really beautiful, beautiful colour, and it's of course Soft and Gentle by MAC. So I'm going to use this puppy again, give it a shim. Oh, we've got a loose here, and again I'm just going to I'm just taking this above the cheek as a highlight, and then hopefully you can sort of see that there. And so what you can then do is take the remainder that's on the brush and just really lightly you can pop it up on your brow bone, and this will just give you, you can fix it up later, but I always like to do that with the remainder if you need, is if you pop it up on your brow bone, then it also gives you a little highlight up here, which is really, really nice. So once you've done all of that, what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do after that? Brain, engage. Engage. Oh no. Then I'm going to do brows. And by doing brows, I mean I'm going to brush them, because I'm really good at doing brows, which is a total lie. But I'm really crap at doing brows, so I'm just going to brush them with my spoolie brush thing which is on the Revlon Color Stay Eyebrow Liner. This is a blonde liner, and it doesn't quite match my eyebrows. I've got quite dark eyebrows, even though I've got blonder hair. Naturally I have like a really dark blonde hair, so it's not as sort of light as this. And yeah, sometimes I do it, but at the moment I'm not loving it, so I'm just going to brush them out, because I'm not, just cause. I'm going to brush them out because I want to, okay? No pressure. And then for eyes, just really simply, I'm going to use Exaggerate Waterproof Eye Definer from Rimmel, which is this bad boy here. This is my favourite, all-time favourite. It's got a little wind up creamy thingy hoozy. And on the other end it has a little blender, but I'm just going to put this in waterline today, which, let's see if we can do this. Hopefully I'm still all in the shot. Probably look like a goldfish. So I'm just going to put that in the top waterline, Who's He What's It, just to sort of define my eyelashes a little bit more. And then going to use the False Lash Wings by L'Oreal. L'Oreal Paris. And this is a really good mascara if you are not wanting a heavy eye look. It's got a really cool sort of winged, I guess, brushy thingy. I'm really good at terminology, and it's really nice because it's not super it's not super thick and clumpy. It just goes on really, really smooth, and you can get the most amazing natural eyelashes. Look, I don't really wear a lot of false eyelashes, but see how much it's cleaned up this eye compared to this old manky mank. So just go up and clean old manky mank Mankerson over there. And yeah, it's really, really nice way to have that whole, I'm not wearing mascara, but I'm wearing mascara look. And then, I can't do the bottom lashes without the face. Just put a few on the bottom. Has anyone got a really crappy eye? This is always my crappy eye. I always either poke my face with the mascara or get like a giant clump. Always on that one. And then, because I'm doing everything completely backwards, what I'm going to do lastly, like an awesome person who knows absolutely nothing really about makeup, I'm going to use the Coastal Scents Revealed Palette. This is a sampler that I got. It's a really nice little quad. Terminology. Yeah, it's a really nice little quad, and it's got the two browns are quite shimmery. Then the sort of pinky beige is, can you even see this? No. The pinky beige is matte, and then the sort of creamy white colour is also got a bit of a shimmer in it. So that can be really nice for a highlight as well. But I think, what do I think? I think we're just going to use the matte all over. I'm going to need a mirror for this. I'm not that talented. Come hither, mirror. Come hither. Okay. We're just going to place this all over the eyelid, trying to avoid my beautifully mascaraed eyeballs, because I'm an idiot and got all carried away. But hey, there's no rules to make it right. So once that's sort of all over the base, I'm then gonna go and just put a little touch of the shimmery bronzy brownie. Oh, good job. Tappy tap. Just sort of in that corner. Just to kind of give like a really easy, smoky little corner. Give a little smoke. And what you want to do is you kind of like plant it in that crease, and then I just kind of go and just sort of blend her in. So you kind of, you know, get a bit of a face definition. And then I'm going to tap it again, tap it in. Just kind of chuck it in that corner crease. Blender. And that's pretty much it. I'm pretty much really simple, very easy. pretend I know what I'm talking about, and then I'm just going to grab the mascara again just to tidy it up, just in case there was any loosey-goosey fallout from the eyeshadow. And I think I kind of munted this side of it. And you know, again, this eye is just being, what is that? Squeeze me. This eye, I don't know why, but I guess everyone probably has a bung eye. It never does what it's told. Bungholio. Okay. Oh, it's not going to play ball, but that's fine. And the key with mascara, if you don't know, is always, oh, there we go, is always go upwards. Like, yeah, you can do the little tick tick on the outside, but the key to getting them really open and full is to focus on going up. And they'll instantly seem fuller and longer, and they're completely unsymmetrical, but I don't really care. So, and then one more thing, which I always forget, and seriously, I always walk out the door and I'll be like, oh, oops, is lips. And what I love and always use every day is the Lucas Paw Point ointment. This stuff is magic. So whack a bit of that on. Super hydrating. You can use it for almost anything. I get like a little sort of, I don't know what it is, a dryness or eczema around my ring finger. And this is really good for that sort of thing, for like bites and cuts and grazes and rashes. Lucas Paw Point ointment, so a go-to. And then I'm going to chuck on the Lacquer & Co. lip tube. This one is called Bezel, what is it called? Bezel Bub. It's just a little bit dirty on the bottom there. And this one, funnily enough, smells and tastes like mint. Peppermint. Who else loves peppermint choc tops? I do. Squeeze me. I really need to get rid of this little tickle in the throat. So yeah, gonna go on with this. These are really cool. They wind up and wind down, and they're just a really easy alternative. I'm all about easy makeup. Like, I love to think that I know a lot, and I really don't, but applying makeup and being applying lipstick and being like a lipstick wearer, I try it and I give it a good go, and then I'm just like, can't be bothered, and I don't want to know, and it dries my lips and I can't seem to figure it out, and then I think, oh, I'll go back to lip gloss, and then lip gloss is really sticky, and your hair gets stuck in it. These are great because it's kind of like a lip balm or like a lip smacker. Remember those things? So yeah, enough of my jibber jabber, but basically it just goes on. Really easy. Quick check in the mirror. And the more you apply, the more colour. The lighter you apply, the sheerer, more kind of nudie look you're gonna get. So yeah, it's not changing lives or, you know, dramatically different. It just gives you a nice little hint of colour that obviously the Paw Paw ointment doesn't have, because it doesn't have anything in it. So that is my really easy total rant and rave video. I have no idea what I said. Hopefully it made sense. Hopefully this was easy enough to follow, and I'll leave all the products down below. If you enjoyed it and you want to see more, give it a thumbs up, and I will speak to you soon. Bye!